We have some more breaking news on a very busy Wednesday around the NFL, to say the least. And this time, it is the Las Vegas Raiders signing defensive end Maxx Crosby to a 3-year, $106.5 million extension. That's according to multiple reports. Crosby is coming off his 4th consecutive Pro Bowl season, despite being limited by injuries for the first time in his career. He appeared in just 12 games and finished the season on IR, but still led the team in sacks, tackles for loss, quarterback hits, and QB pressures. And this contract, by the way, makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL by AAV. You see Maxx Crosby at the top there at 35.5, surpassing Justin Jefferson at 35, Nick Bosa, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown to follow. But Maxx Crosby, with this new deal, 3 years, $106.5 million, that extension makes him now the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL, $35.5 million a year. All right, back here on HQ, Jacqueline D'Agostino alongside Douzable. The breaking news football guys are just not giving us a break today. It's been one story after the next. This time we're out in Vegas, where the Raiders coming to a deal, a 3-year extension, $106.5 million to Maxx Crosby here, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. Does that feel right to you?
100%. This guy is the face of the franchise. Now, there were rumors that Maxx Crosby was getting frustrated because he wanted to know what the direction they were going in, more specifically at the quarterback position. Did they have a plan? But it looks like things have worked out with the Las Vegas Raiders, and they've made him the highest non-paid quarterback in the NFL. And you know who's jumping for joy right now? Micah Parsons and Jamar Chase right now, because that number is only going to get higher and higher. But I think this is a good job by the Las Vegas Raiders. When you have a frontline foundational piece, you don't allow them to walk out the door. More so, you reward them for doing the right thing, not only on the field, but off the field. Maxx Crosby has been a consummate pro. He is, again, the face of the franchise, and you see it right there for his NFL career, right? Since 2019, he's tied 5th in sacks, 1st in tackles for loss. And that's the thing about him, Jacqueline. He's a complete player. He doesn't just get after the quarterback. He plays on 1st and 2nd downs. We had a coach tell us, you have to earn the right to get after the quarterback, and Maxx Crosby does that at a higher level. He's really good against the run on 1st and 2nd down. You saw right there, 1st in the NFL since 2019 in tackles for loss. Great job, Las Vegas Raiders.
I want to talk more about the, Micah Parsons and other deals coming up a little bit later. But if we look at just the Raiders and what they've been doing, and we're looking at this deal with Maxx Crosby, we know Pete Carroll is in there. And I remember in his press conference, he was looking Maxx Crosby dead in the eye and telling him the direction he wants to go and everything. But how do you feel about the direction that this team is moving? Because, again, we were talking about, hey, some landing spots for some of the veteran wide receivers that are out there. So I feel like that's only a matter of time before we maybe see that. How do you feel overall with these signings and the new coach and everything like that we're seeing in Vegas moving forward?
To your point, Pete Carroll knows who the leader of that locker room is, who the leader of that team is. And that's why he was looking at him directly. And I believe Maxx Crosby was in a boot when he was having that conference and telling them what his plan was for the future, because that was the question mark. A lot of people were wondering, was Maxx Crosby going to finally get frustrated and ask for a trade? Because he's been the consummate pro. He is what embodies what a Raider is supposed to be. But after a while, you got to think you only have so many earning years and so many years to play this game. You want to have an opportunity to win a championship. So he wondered what direction they were going in. They brought in Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was telling them all these things. And obviously, Maxx Crosby believes him because he signs this extension to be the highest non-paid quarterback in the NFL. Again, Jacqueline, you don't let frontline foundational pieces walk out the door, because that's not a good sign for impending free agents that may potentially want to come to Las Vegas if you let the face of your franchise be disgruntled or let him walk out the door.
Okay, I want to circle back to other deals that we might see, whether it's defensive players, whether it's wide receivers, whatever it might be, because you mentioned Micah Parsons, who is waiting for a big payday, most likely. And then we know the Bengals have not been shy. They've been saying, hey, we want to make Jamar Chase the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. So when we're seeing deals like this get done and the number go higher and higher, you have to think, like, what are you guys waiting for?
I mean, what have your Bengals been waiting for? And I say that because you used to work for them. What have they been doing the last couple of years?
And they used to not spend a whole lot of money. I feel like the spending of this high dollar for them is like a new post-Super Bowl era for Cincinnati with Joe Burrow.
Well, the thing is, they haven't done it besides Joe Burrow. So, like, we'll see. It's to be determined. Are they actually going to open up the checkbook and pay T. Higgins and pay Jamar Chase and pay Trey Hendrickson? But to your point, Jacqueline, the price tag is only going to go up. Now, supposedly, Jamar Chase and the Bengals were not even close when it comes to a deal. We know that Justin Jefferson is making $35 million, so you would think that's where the conversation starts. Right now, how high does Jamar Chase want to go? Now that Maxx Crosby is making $35.5 million, does he maybe want to go 37, 38, 39, $40 million? And if you're Micah Parsons, you're a little bit younger than Maxx Crosby. You're like, well, if Maxx Crosby's getting $35 million, I need to see at least $40 million. So, again, when it comes to these owners and them trying to play this mental gymnastic game when it comes to when they want to pay players, when players bet on themselves and it works out, it's going to cost you so much more, and we're seeing that right now.
Yeah, it's going to cost money. They might hold out. They're not going to be there, you know, for a training camp and all of that stuff. Lige, we certainly appreciate it being here with us on the desk for all the breaking news that we've seen in the NFL. And the latest one, of course, is that the Raiders are signing their DN Maxx Crosby to a 3-year, $106.5 million extension, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. Stay locked in right here to CBS Sports HQ. We got you covered. Breaking news, highlights, scores, everything you need to know around the NFL in the offseason or not. It is all here for you.